New York, Mr. Goldman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Santos. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in support of this resolution to expel George Santos from Congress, as I did in May when I co-sponsored a similar expulsion resolution that the sponsors of today's resolution, my Republican colleagues from New York, did not support. I agree with everything that my Republican colleagues have said here today. But everything they have said here today was also true in May when they voted to protect George Santos. Has there been anything that has changed? Nothing about the numerous lies that Mr. Santos admitted himself to making in order to deceive his voters into electing him. Nothing about his status as an indicted criminal defendant. Yes, there has been a superseding indictment with more allegations of criminal conduct, but he is still presumed innocent until proven guilty, as my New York friends relied upon in May when they voted to protect George Santos from expulsion. Nothing has changed from the Ethics Committee, even though one of my colleagues from New York said that the Ethics Committee would expedite its investigation and release a report 60 days from the date of that May vote. Well, we are now 175 days since then, and there is no ethics report that would prompt a change of heart. One thing that has changed is that Mr. Santos's campaign treasurer pled guilty to fraud and admitted under oath that she conspired with Mr. Santos to fabricate a non-existent $500,000 loan to his campaign. But the resolution drafted by my friends from New York does not even mention that new fact. So what really has changed since May? Is it because we are learning revelations of connections between Mr. Santos and our other Republican colleagues from New York serving in this body? Maybe. But there is certainly one thing we know that is motivating this change of heart: the 2024 election. You see, I know that the people of New York care about integrity. They care that one of their Republican representatives is a liar and a fraud. They care about the fact that Mr. Santos has done nothing to serve his constituents, yet still provides a loyal and vital vote to the Republican Party. And George Santos hangs like an albatross around the necks of every single Republican from New York. They don't care anymore today about integrity or morality or the reputation of this institution than they did in May when they voted to protect Mr. Santos. They just care about their re-election in 1 year when they know that their support for George Santos is going to be a problem. Mr. Santos should be expelled from Congress today for the same reasons that he should have been expelled in May. He himself admitted to numerous lies that he made during the campaign to deceive the voters. He is only walking these halls and voting on this floor because of those lies. And now we have additional testimony that he conspired to commit fraud. Democrats will once again vote to expel someone who should never have had the honor of walking these halls and voting on legislation affecting the American people. The only question is whether Republicans care more about honor and integrity than they do about political power. I hope the answer is yes, but I fear the answer is no. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield back.